All right, we're live. All right, everyone, thank you for coming down after the floor. We are gonna take a look at two proposals of amendment on S 278. One from Rep. Nugent, one from myself. And yeah, we're in the home stretch on this bill. So council, how are you? I guess let's start with Nugent and then go into the one that I have for folks.
So good afternoon or good morning, this was still on. Sophie Zadatny for the Office of Legislative Counsel. I'm going to go ahead and post Representative Nugent's proposed amendment. So this is an amendment that under 7 VSA 912, which is the event permits, the pilot program. This added language in yellow provides that an event permit shall be issued only for events being held at locations within a municipality that has voted affirmatively to permit the operation of cannabis retail establishments. So what this would do is, because otherwise the event permits, there are restrictions around them, but the current language wouldn't preclude someone from seeking an event permit to hold an event in a town that has not yet voted to permit the operation of cannabis retail establishments. So this just makes it clear that an event permit can only be issued to be held in locations that have voted in favor of cannabis retail establishments.
Representative Nugent.
So in talking with my town and some other ones, we just realized that the way the bill was currently could put the towns in a position of having to host events where retail happened that they don't already have retail. So that is why we propose this change.
Sense.
Thoughts from the table?
Good catch.
Excellent.
Okay, have it.
Yeah, I was just waiting to see if anybody had any other thoughts. It looked like some people were still maybe looking at their devices to digest. So I'm personally comfortable with it. Is anybody finding discomfort with this one?
Yeah.
So no, I think we have to straight vote on this, right?
Do we technically have a possession of the bill?
No, that would be a
In the
floor
pros.
amendment. Yeah. Okay, so let's straw poll the concept right now. And then the bill is in approach, so it could perhaps be inserted there or on the floor. Okay, cool. So favorable thumbs on Rep. Nugent's proposal of amendment. That is a unanimous. Yes. 11-0-0. All right, cool.
Right, the second amendment. This doesn't have a sponsor at the moment. This makes a number of changes. So it would strike out section 1. Section 1 of the bill is the one that has the single packaging of cannabis and doubling that from 100 milligrams to 200 milligrams of THC. So this would delete that section. It doesn't affect the other subsequent 3 sections. Those are the ones that make the corresponding change on the sort of criminal side. So, and then the second amendment is striking out section 11 in its entirety. Section 11 is the section that deals with municipalities. That's the section that provides that 5% of voters in a municipality can petition to have a vote on whether or not to allow cannabis retailers in their municipality. It also exempts indoor cultivators and tier 1 manufacturers as well as outdoor cultivators from being subject to the public nuisance ordinances. So this committee had already made the change to take out the indoor cultivators from that. But this would this would just delete that entirely. And then the other piece that was in section 11 was the language around you couldn't, a municipality, if the voters had approved cannabis retail, the municipality couldn't then have ordinances or bylaws that effectively prevented retail establishments from going in. Third is adding a new section, and this is to give the Cannabis Control Board the ability to enforce any final administrative penalties in filing a collective action in any superior court. So currently, the Cannabis Control Board can issue an administrative penalty, but they don't actually have the ability to enforce that. And so this is matching language that is provided elsewhere in statute to give the board the ability to actually make sure that people pay their administrative penalties. There was some testimony on that in front of the House Ways and Means from the Cannabis Control Board around this particular request. And then the final section makes a change in section 32, which is the effective dates, and it pushes back the language in section 10A for a full year to July 1, 2027. And 10A is the one that reduces the fees for outdoor cultivators by 50%. And originally, the language currently is that would take effect January 1 of 2027, if provided that the General Assembly put in $105,000 into the Cannabis Regulation Fund. So this takes out that contingency and just would have this go into effect next year for FY28.
Did Ways and Means have an amendment, or is this a compilation of what occurred in their committee and this is going to be our amendment or Rep. Byram's amendment?
So the third and fourth instances of amendment were discussed in House Ways and Means, and so those weren't amendments from the committee itself. The committee voted to pass out the bill or approve the bill as had been recommended by this committee, but these were discussed in House Ways and Means.
Just want to question why, because these fees seem to be a Ways and Means issue, not a GovOps issue.
Right, I think there was a concern that that this go into effect for FY28 and not in the middle of FY27, even though currently it doesn't appear that there will be that contingency will not be met under the current budget. So this would effectively make sure that reduction in the outdoor cultivator fees will take effect July 1, 2027. There's no contingency in there. So that does mean as a practical matter that the gap between revenues raised by the Cannabis Control Board licenses and things and the cost to operate the board will be one moving forward.
Rep. Goffin.
Yeah, just because I'm confused on the first issue of amendment for section 1. Strike out the entirety of section 1, inserting the new.
And I can put that up. This is section 1.
Right. So it deletes rulemaking completely?
Well, it just doesn't go into effect. It doesn't eliminate rulemaking. It just eliminates the board doing rules around increasing the amount of THC that can be in a single package of cannabis.
Okay, I was just trying to get that clear in my head because it says new section 1 will read deleted.
Right, it's just deleting this section, which is proposing an amendment to increase from 100 milligrams to 200 milligrams in a single package of a cannabis product.
Okay, so it's deleting 3A.
Yes. Well, it's just deleting the change to 3A. 3A would still exist. It would just continue to be 100 milligrams of THC.
Okay.
So effectively, what it's doing is just leaving it unchanged and not increasing the amount of cannabis that you can have in a single package.
Okay,
This
yeah,
is to do with that whole 12-pack, 6-pack
Right.
issue.
yeah, I was just confused because of the way the amendment's written. It said striking out 7 VSA 881 in its entirety and inserting in lieu of section 1 to be deleted.
It's just striking out section 1, yeah. So just section 1 in its entirety, not the whole statute.
Okay, that's, I was trying to make sure.
Water zone.
Thank you. So this is getting rid of increasing this amendment would eliminate the increase of the packages. It would eliminate the 2 ounces as opposed to 1 ounce. No,
No, this is only relevant to the packaging.
only the packaging.
Correct.
Okay,
To what is being sold per
10, 20
milligram.
instead of 10 or whatever in one single package.
No, this is allowing this. The language as it reads in the bill we passed bumped it from 100 milligrams per package to 200.
Yes,
This is straight.
and bring it back to 100.
Correct.
Okay, but we're leaving the increase in the amount allowed, the
On
2
the
ounces.
flour and the hash, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, the transaction and
Possession and transaction on flour and hash will be
Okay,
ounce to 2, 5 gram to 10. This is only touching the consumables, the edibles at the packaging level.
okay. All right, thank you.
And so as you do not have possession of the bill, does anybody have any other comment, questions or feedback on the other corresponding sections?
Yeah, what was the inspiration for making that change about the packaging?
Feedback from members throughout the body.
Okay.
So. So I'll sponsor the amendment. Should we choose to move forward with it? Anybody have any concerns about the proposal? Okay. So I guess we will go straw poll on this one as well. So I guess I'll ask for favorable thumbs. 1, 2, 3.
Can I get half of them? I just want to think about it. I just need time to think, or
Okay,
can I?
we can wait.
Okay. I just am not, I don't know, just digesting.
If you're not comfortable, I'm happy holding this
Yeah,
straw poll.
Because we have to vote on it anyway when we get possession of the bill for reals, right?
No, because
No,
it's
because
an
it's a floor
appropriations, then
amendment.
it's gonna go to the floor, so this will either be.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
is, okay.
And I'm fine holding it till after lunch, if you guys want.
Well, it's okay to disagree.
Yes.
It's not even that I disagree, I just am thinking about it.
While we're talking about it, I just don't like that the Ways and Means Committee didn't do their own amendment. I think it would be much cleaner if they did their part and somebody else did the other part. You know, just like Rep. Nugent's amendment isn't being rolled into this one. I think it's just much cleaner that way, but that's just a procedural thing.
Council, you did say that they address all of them, just going back to reiterate the point, they did discuss it. Is there a position taken on the language?
Sorry, it's just, I've got the right thing up here.
Oh yeah, what did they say about it?
Oh,
Ways and Means.
well, that's
That's
where
what
it's
the
coming
question
from.
was.
The Ways and Means did discuss, so section 12A, this new section came up as a request from the cannabis, from the Cannabis Control Board. And it was discussed with Ways and Means. The fourth section was not discussed in Ways and Means. That was something that I was asked about subsequently.
And that's the effective dates.
Right.
Yeah.
And it removes the contingency and then extends the effective date to next to FY 28. Meeting.
Okay. Thoughts? You want to hold on this till after lunch?
Yeah,
Okay. I'm fine with that.
and we're back here at 1, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Rep Boyd.
Yeah, it may also be good to hear from the CCP on the amendment to taking out the contingency to backfill the cut in the fees to make sure that they can still budget. It's a lot of loss.
Okay. And yeah, so we'll get counsel from the CCB in here for one. They were aware that they were in the bullpen and action ready when we needed them. I see any other reference month?
Yes, didn't we just recess to 1 o'clock on the floor?
Yes.
Yes. We are down here for about an hour.
We have permission to be
Yes.
off for.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So,
So, okay, so we're gonna hold off on this until after lunch so people can, review it and then we'll hear from CPD. So we have stacked a couple of things. After lunch. We have. Working on current copy because this is changing. If you have to be somewhere, council, I think we're
Okay.
good with you.
Good, so.
I just didn't know if you were needed elsewhere.
Not that I know of.
So, candidates. We're gonna have a conversation in and around the optometrist ophthalmologist at 1. At 1:30, we are going to look at Voting Rights Act amended language. And then also a conversation, we're gonna take a look at the reports repeal bill. So in there, we will find time to have Mr. Gilman. CCB, where? Great. Any other questions before we break for lunch?
Just-
10 minutes?
Just one on that conversation about reports repeal. We will likely need to hear from a couple other people. Can we manage it at that time? Or are we pushing that to another day?
I think that we'll find the time, and if we have to go upstairs for votes or something, the bell will tell us when it's time. So my goal is to hear as much as we can today with these proposals of amendment. Both from the Senate and anything that may pop up from House members. Down. All right, anything else, folks?
No, thank you.
All right, yeah, take us off till 1 o'clock.